All right, you knew we had to attempt this Disney World challenge someday, and it seems that someday is here. We're ranking every Magic Kingdom snack today on DFB Guide. Hey everybody, it's AJ for Disney Food Blog, and just like the title of this video suggests, we're ranking every Magic Kingdom snack today. Yep, every single one, and over on Instagram a few weeks back, we even had you help us vote on which Magic Kingdom snacks should rank higher than others. So thank you for helping out with that, and be on the lookout for audience favorites in today's video. Later, because we're ranking today's snacks from okay to greatest of all time. Keep in mind that A, snacks change often inside the park, so it's always a good idea to look over menus ahead of time so you know what'll be available when you're there. And B, today's list is made up of treats from snack kiosks and carts and quick services only, so no lounges or table services are going to be represented on today's list. And C, if you want to learn more about each of these snacks and locations, because we're going to be super speedy talking about them to get them all to fit into one video, don't forget to check out our DFB Guide to Walt Disney World Dining over on the DFBstore.com website for more detailed descriptions of snack and restaurant recommendations across not just Magic Kingdom, but all of Disney World. Or if you're just here for the snacks, please, I get it, snacking is life. We also have DFB Guidebook bundles solely dedicated to the Disney World snack scene, which are great if you're looking for a deeper dive into not just Magic Kingdom snacks, but all Disney World park snacks, complete with recommendations, snack crawls, and full color pictures of every single one. You can find all of those at dfbstore.com. So let's get started. We are going to start with turkey legs. I know I'm ready for the turkey leg fans to come after me for this one. I get that it's turkey leg slander, and I know there are those of you out there who absolutely adore getting one of those Renaissance fair like jumbo turkey legs to munch on around the park. But the majority of the DFB team and I would rather pass on those. They're just a lot, and snacking on a huge slab of salty meat isn't necessarily what we want to do in the heat of the Orlando day. Are they delicious? Yes. Are they a bit much and make us feel a little bit weighed down? Yes. Are they also 1,000 calories? Literally? Yes. But all you turkey leg fans out there will still be catered to in the Magic Kingdom scene if you're after one of these bad boys. You can find jumbo turkey legs at both Liberty Square Market after 11 a.m. and Prince Eric's Village Market all day long when he's open, which he isn't a whole lot. Now, this next one, I feel like it's a little blasphemous, and I'm excited to see what kind of comments you want to leave, but I'm going to talk about churros. Now, I want you to very, very much understand that this is Disney World park-based kiosk churros. We're not talking about Disneyland churros here. We're not talking about Nomad Lounge churros here. We are talking about the churros you get in Magic Kingdom in the kiosks. Okay, so if you love churros, even the churros that you heat up in the microwave at home, Magic Kingdoms will be fine. These cinnamon sugar fried dough sticks are available at lots of snack carts, and you're never gonna have to go through the day churro-less if you don't want to. That being said, Magic Kingdom's churros are very basic and pretty dry most of the time, so I wouldn't purchase one of these with the impression that a big old sprinkle of Disney magic is gonna make them the best treats ever. Actually, if you want a slightly better churro experience in Magic Kingdom, not the best, but better, you may prefer picking up the churro bites with chocolate dipping sauce from Pecos Bill Tall Tale Inn and Cafe. We sometimes like to get those and a coconut Dole Whip cup over at Aloha Isle and then make a sundae. But Any Gravity's Galactic Goodies also has churros, which you can also get with some chocolate dipping sauce on the side for $1 more. Again, I love a good churro. These are not necessarily great churros, just a heads up. Okay, next on our list, sweet potato fries from Golden Oak Outpost. You're gonna learn fairly quickly that the DFB team and I aren't exactly Golden Oak Outpost's #1 fans, but what I will say is that they do offer some more unique snack options that still might hit that flavor combo you're looking for. The basket of sweet potato fries, I'm all for a savory fry basket, but when I order sweet potato fries, I really expect more of a sweet kick to them, and these, they kind of taste like classic fries, just orange. So these are not the best representation, kind of like churros, just not the best representation of a good sweet potato fry. Next on the list, an interesting one, a brand new one, Pinocchio Cookie Tart from Pinocchio Village House. Now this isn't bad, I just don't really trust it to stick around. The Pinocchio Cookie Tart is filled with chocolate ganache and topped with chantilly cream and cookie dough crumbles and a chocolate piece with Pinocchio sitting right there on it. The ganache is smooth and sweet without an overwhelming sweetness, and while the chocolate chip cookie dough pieces add to the chocolate flavor but add a little bit of chew to the texture, that's kind of nice. Would I go out of my way to get this one? Probably not. It's a pretty standard quick service dessert that they have to have because of the dining plan. But it's good to try if you're already eating at Pinocchio Village House and you need a sweet treat to round out your meal. But again, not expecting it to stick around for very long. Next, this is surprising, Tiana's famous beignets from Golden Oak Outpost. Now, these are fine, but is Tiana really famous for these, the ones from Golden Oak? Yeah, Tiana's famous beignets are coated with powdered sugar and drizzled with honey, and they're, like I said, they're good, but they're good with a little G, not a big G. If you really want the best beignets on Disney World property, you're still better off ordering them at Scat Cats Club Cafe inside Disney's Port Orleans French Quarter. But if you're not planning on heading that direction during your visit, then these will suffice if you desperately need beignets. So you know these already even if you've never been to a Disney park before. Much like you can find at other theme parks or inside kiosks in the middle of your local mall, those toasty, fresh cinnamon glazed nuts like almonds and pecans can be found at several locations around Magic Kingdom. More than likely, if there's a popcorn cart nearby, you can find some glazed nuts near too. And don't forget about those classic big theme park pickles that really do seem to have their devotees in the snack world. Along with various snack carts around Magic Kingdom, you can also pick up these briny dudes over at Liberty Square Market and Prince Eric's Village Market snacks. Now, we don't have the spicy ones like they have in Disneyland yet, but cross your fingers. If you like your savory snacks a little on the spicy side though, then you may want to pick up an order of jalapeno poppers from Westward Ho the next time you're in Frontierland. These breaded jalapeno bites are stuffed with nacho cheese and served with a side of ranch. Now, if you were hoping for a full-on fried jalapeno, these could be disappointing because they're really just fried chunks of jalapeno cheddar cheese. And while they're definitely spicier than most spicy Disney foods, they're not unbearable by any means. Not to mention the ranch helps cool them down and brighten that flavor too. Okay, next up is just fruit. Okay, if you want a little sweet treat, but you don't necessarily want something that's really sugar dense, it's nice to know that several of Magic Kingdom snack kiosks do have standard fruit offerings for purchase, like Cutie's mandarins or apples or bananas. But remember, we're at Disney World, so your average grocery store fruit is still gonna cost more than you'd be able to purchase it for back home. It's also not going to be necessarily as high quality. That being said, the Energy Bites kiosk does have a more unique watermelon, cucumber, and pineapple cup option topped with chili sweet sauce and furikake. This is going to give you your fill of fruit, but also make you feel like you're eating a fun treat that you can't always get from your local Wally World. Would I just prefer a regular corn on the cob? Sure, but that doesn't mean this sweet corn mousse isn't tasty and super creative. The sweet corn mousse looks like corn at first. Yep, they got a bunch of corn molds for a Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party treat. I think that's where these come from. And then they just had to get more use out of them. But as soon as you stick your spoon into this, you're gonna see how you've been bamboozled. If you don't like corn, you're not gonna like this very much, since that is the dominant flavor here. But the white chocolate and raspberry powder toppings served with it do help to break up the flavor profile a little bit with something more unexpected in the dessert department. Yep, it really surprises me too that one of the prettiest desserts is hiding out in Cosmic Ray's Starlight Cafe. The passion fruit mandarin tart is made of a few different layers. First, there's the shell, which is surprisingly soft. Inside the shell, there's a mousse that's light and fluffy with a mild mandarin flavor. And topping it all off is a passion fruit curd that's gelatinous in texture and pretty tart. On top of all that, you've got the multicolored whipped cream to hold a wildly colorful galactic-looking chocolate piece in place. But unfortunately, that cosmic chocolate piece also happens to be the weak link of this dessert, flavor-wise, since it definitely doesn't taste like a high-quality chocolate by any means. It's just decoration. But it is pretty. By the way, want to know where to find our top 10 favorite snacks in Magic Kingdom and all of the other Disney World parks and Disney Springs? Because this place is huge, y'all, so trust me, you're going to be thankful for a snack map that points out the extra important stuff. Be sure to pick up our free snack maps by scanning the QR code you see on the screen now or by clicking on the link in the description for disneyfoodblog.com/best snacks after this. Okay, you know when you're at the movies and you start thinking to yourself, man, a slushie or frozen Coke would be really good to pair with my buttery popcorn right about now. Well, you can totally do that at Magic Kingdom too. MK knows that you're hot and thirsty, but you also want a fun sweet treat to enjoy, so they make sure there are several places around the park that offer some frozen slushies. So where can you find the most noteworthy ones? Both the Lunching Pad and Prince Eric's Village Market offer classic frozen Cokes, along with a frozen blue raspberry slushie that the kids are gonna love because it'll make their tongues turn bright blue. So you might want to snap a few photos in front of Cinderella Castle before the Smurf tongues appear. Main Street Confectionery has a whole Goofy's Glacier's kitchen counter where you can order frozen slushie flavors like blue raspberry, Powerade fruit punch, Minute Maid lemonade, Fanta orange, and High C lime. There are also Glacier combos on offer that'll layer several of these flavors and top them off with other sugary goodies for kids like gummies or sweet syrups or whipped cream and or candy sprinkles. Several Goofy's Glacier flavors are also available at Big Top Treats too, which is the candy store in the back of the park over at Storybook Circus. Now, Energy Bites has more unique slushie options that might be more appealing to the older and younger crowd alike, with flavors like blue coconut, kind of like an ocean water from Sonic, and watermelon featuring yuzu citrus, ginger, and popping candies. Another good slushie option for adults, because of the unique flavors, not because they're boozy, are the tea slushies over at Cheshire Cafe. You can get the mixed berry or blackberry slushie, and both of these are topped with whipped cream, but only the mixed berry is topped with colorful sprinkles too. Warning that these are both heavy on the berry and light on the tea, though the tea flavoring is still present, just not overwhelmingly so. Finally, if you're looking for a Disney character-inspired slush, the Sully slush at Cosmic Ray Starlight Cafe is your average blue raspberry slush like you'll find at other locations, but this one's topped with purple whipped cream, making it totally Sully-coated. Speaking of slushes, I love a lot of things from Gaston's Tavern, which you're going to find out tenfold later in the video, but when it comes to LeFou's Brew, I could take it or leave it. That's why it's here in the video. It's not to say I don't enjoy a beverage every now and then that's made with frozen apple juice and a hint of toasted marshmallow and all-natural passion fruit mango foam. It's just not my priority choice here, but that doesn't mean you have to feel the same way. LeFou's Brew is a popular specialty drink for many, and you can even choose to purchase it in a specialty souvenir stein. So I know we mostly talk about waffles from Sleepy Hollow Refreshments, but the funnel cakes here deserve the spotlight every now and again too. Along with serving those classic carnival-style fried funnel cakes topped with powdered sugar that we've all come to know, love, and get stomach aches from, you can also get funnel cakes that are topped with the same toppings you can get on some of the sweet waffle choices, like berries and powdered sugar and whipped cream or chocolate hazelnut spread, bananas, and whipped cream. Whatever you choose, just make sure you've got a friend or two to help you conquer this massive sweet treat. Otherwise, you might experience a major sugar crash before the end of the day. You won't go very far in Magic Kingdom, or any Disney park really, before you find an ice cream cart. And when you do find one of these ice cream carts, expect those classic Disney ice cream novelties that you probably see posted on social media constantly. You know the ones. The most popular are the Mickey Premium Bar and the Mickey Ice Cream Sandwich. But even if you're not too keen on chocolatey frozen treats, you can always order fruit bars from these carts too. Those are my favorite. And on occasion, those frozen chocolate bananas will show up to give you the best of both worlds, chocolate and fruitiness combined. But ice cream takes many forms in Disney World, so we're back in the ice cream department for this one, because sometimes you don't want a massive milkshake and you'd much rather have a simple ice cream cup or cone to tide you over instead. In Magic Kingdom, your main ice cream haunts are going to be over at Anti-Gravity's Galactic Goodies, Storybook Treats, Sunshine Tree Terrace, and Plaza Ice Cream Parlor. And while each of these locations should be able to hook you up with a classic chocolate or vanilla ice cream, they might also be able to interest you in an ice cream treat that's a little more Magic Kingdom coated. For instance, Storybook Treats often offers seasonal Disney character-inspired cones, as well as the Aurora cone that's been on this menu for a couple years now. The Aurora cone is made with Dole Whip strawberry and blue soft serve topped with white chocolate crisp pearls and a sugar cone. What flavor is blue? Basically, it's just vanilla, nothing too wild. Meanwhile, Plaza Ice Cream Parlor is better known for its hard-packed ice cream scoops, including the Mickey Mouse Kids cone that comes with your choice of ice cream scoop, plus 2 little chocolate cookies or chocolate discs to resemble Mickey Mouse's iconic ears. Now, they're salty, they're easy to share, they're filling when you need them to be filling, and it can be as adventurous or as straightforward as you want them to be. It's hard to beat a classic theme park style soft pretzel. Good thing Magic Kingdom has plenty of places to pick it up. First of all, you got the classic Mickey pretzel, which you can order from various snack carts around the park. No bells and whistles here, just a soft pretzel shaped like our dear friend Mickey. And while a Mickey pretzel usually comes with some sort of cheese sauce, it doesn't naturally come with my beloved plastic cheese sauce, but but my warm golden hot plastic cheese is available for $1 per cup at locations like Casey's Corner if you want the real deal. Now, if you want a big, and I mean really big pretzel to share with the group, you can get a jumbo pretzel with or without cheese from Prince Eric's Village Market. Again, pretty classic ballpark pretzel, just bigger. And then there are the cheese-filled pretzels. These are the ones that I really like that grab our attention, like the cream cheese-filled one from the Lunching Pad and the pepper jack one at Cheshire Cafe. Now, note that these move around a little bit, so they may not be in those specific locations when you are. These are great pretzel alternatives for anyone looking to break up that classic pretzel bread texture with a soft, creamy filling. Okay, back to ice cream for just a second. There's something different about grabbing a milkshake in Magic Kingdom and wandering around each land, happily sipping away on a refreshing, thick and creamy ice cream treat. The best locations to find either classic vanilla or chocolate milkshake or fun specialty shakes are over at Anti-Gravity's Galactic Goodies and the Plaza Ice Cream Parlor. Anti-Gravity stays true to its Tomorrowland theming with its massive asteroid shake, a chocolate shake made with hot fudge, whipped cream, chocolate donut holes, and graham cracker crumbs. While the Plaza Ice Cream Parlor has artisanal shakes, which include their s'mores shake. This is a hand-dipped chocolate ice cream topped with marshmallows, graham crackers, and chocolate sauce. Both are great options for someone who's really craving ice cream, and a lot of it. And while places like Beaches and Cream over at Disney's Beach Club Resort might have more shake options available, it's good to see a couple of good solid shakes in Magic Kingdom too. Sometimes all you need is a good old Magic Kingdom cupcake to completely make up for the fact that you accidentally missed the Festival of Fantasy Parade or Pirates of the Caribbean is temporarily unavailable again. Seasonal cupcakes frequently do pop up in Main Street Confectionery and Big Top Treats display cases. Less frequently, but still on occasion, we'll see limited time cupcakes appear in the Main Street Bakery display case too. But the two most unique cupcake creations that you're more than likely going to see in Magic Kingdom year-round are the Marianne Birthday Cupcake from Cheshire Cafe, which is a sprinkle-filled birthday cake flavored cupcake with tea-infused buttercream, and the Grey Stuff Cupcake from Gaston's Tavern. That's a chocolate cupcake topped with the gray stuff, which is like a whipped cookies and cream icing or frosting or fluff. It's kind of like a panna cotta. It's a mix of all of that. Plus, crispy pearls give it some extra texture. Now this one just got a massive makeover. The baseball brownie at Casey's Corner literally looks like you cut a baseball down the middle and put one half on the plate and the other half who knows where. This is made with caramel corn mousse, dulce de leche, and a white chocolate coating with red icing stripes to make it look more like a baseball. The dessert can be pretty misleading since it's definitely more mousse than it is brownie. It did replace a brownie, like a legit brownie that I loved, and I don't like this one as much, but a lot of people really like it. Anyway, the base is still that soft, easy to enjoy brownie hidden in there that's familiar and great for all the chocolate lovers of your group. I cannot fault a classic buttered popcorn. I mean, the heart wants what the heart wants, and the heart might want a more familiar, savory, and salty treat that really won't break the bank and is super easy to share amongst your group. Plus, Disney is psychologically manipulating you by pumping the smell of it into Main Street USA anyway. So popcorn carts are stationed all around Magic Kingdom, and if you decide to splurge a little bit on the refillable popcorn bucket, you're going to be able to get popcorn refills for less than half the price that a regular popcorn purchase would normally cost you. Now, the desserty popcorn that you can find over at Colonel Kitchen inside Main Street Confectionery, not a part of the refill deal. Actually, it's going to be one of the most expensive popcorn treats you'll probably ever buy. But regardless, it's a whole lot of fun to create your own loaded popcorn concoctions, complete with your choice of popcorn base, drizzle, and candies on top. Or you can let the Colonel Kitchen take over the decision making for you with one of their pre-designed popcorn mixes. The black garlic, truffle, and Parmesan fries aren't just at one quick service location in Magic Kingdom. They're at a bunch, including Cosmic Ray Starlight Cafe, Pinocchio Village House, and Columbia Harbor House. You're also going to see them in other parks as well. These specialty fries are topped with black garlic truffle aioli and Parmesan cheese. Now let me tell you, that black garlic truffle sauce is very creamy, but it's got this very rich, truffly, earthy garlic flavor to it. I'm not sure your kids are gonna love it, and to be fair, if there's a lot of it on there, it's even a little bit too much for me, so heads up on that. But if you love truffle fries, then this is gonna be for you. Well, I have a hard time comparing any fry snacks up against my Beautimus birthday fries from Flame Tree Barbecue and Animal Kingdom. I'd say the Chipotle barbecue loaded fries from Casey's Corner are the closest birthday fries dupe that I'm gonna find in Magic Kingdom. These fries are topped with pulled pork, slaw, and Chipotle barbecue sauce, which is exactly what tops my birthday fries over there in Animal Kingdom, except it has plastic cheese too. And while they're pretty tasty just like that, you can always make them even better by purchasing a glorious $1 worth of plastic cheese sauce from Casey's and drizzling it on top of everything like a golden cheesy fountain. FYI, on Instagram last week, I actually got a comment from somebody that said, "Boy, this account really likes cheese, doesn't it?" And it was hilarious because I almost pinned it because it was like, yeah, we do. Anyway. Someone came into the comments and was like, yeah, AJ doesn't lie about that. AJ is 100% upfront about the cheese worship here, and it's true. Anyway, moving on. Donuts. Donuts probably aren't at the top of your snack priority list for Magic Kingdom. I get it. That doesn't negate the fact that they're still a decent breakfast or even a sweet snack option for those who want a little fried dough to start off their day. Joffrey's Revive is going to offer a variety of colorful iced donuts, much like you can find at any other Joffrey's kiosk around property. And remember, these are furnished by local outfit Donut King. They do a great job with these. Honestly, I am pretty picky about my donuts, and these I absolutely love. For something a little more unique in the donut department, the Friar's Nook has recently started selling caramel apple donuts, which are basically these little sugar-dusted donut holes served with a side of caramel sauce. It's like taking a bite out of fall. Though again, if you're on the hunt for a donut hole that tastes like one of those fresh apple cider donuts you can find at those pop-up farmers markets, you might be a little disappointed with these. The Mission to S'mores Latte has been around Joffrey's Revive for a good long while, but it continues to be the only place you can order this particular Joffrey's combo in all of Disney World. The Mission to S'mores is Joffrey's iced coffee mixed with chocolate sauce, marshmallow syrup, and topped off with whipped cream, graham crackers, space sprinkles, and more marshmallows. This is one of those unapologetic, hey, it's vacation, let's have dessert for breakfast drinks, and once you get through all those toppings, you're left with a rich espresso that's been sweetened by the chocolate sauce. Loaded potato barrels, aka tater tot bowls, have become somewhat of a trending savory snack around the Disney World scene, and while I don't think Magic Kingdom is home to the best loaded tot baskets on property, I definitely wouldn't say they're the worst either. So how's that for a recommendation? I mean, it's fried potatoes covered with nacho-like toppings, so it's hard to mess something like that up. The Friar's Nook is the most common Magic Kingdom location for a loaded tot bowl. While tots here can change up every so often, the most common loaded tot variety tends to be the cheddar, bacon, and ranch tots drizzled with ranch dressing and topped with green onions. Then there's the breakfast bowl from the lunching pad, which is only available in the morning, but it is a more unique loaded tot option that comes with potato barrels, a cheese omelet, chili con carne queso, and sour cream. Truly. Now, is there anything better than a classic Dole Whip float? Please don't answer that. Just let me live in Dole Whip float peace. A Dole Whip float is simple. It's pineapple Dole Whip, which is like soft serve, swirled into pineapple juice. Simple execution, but it works every time, and I always love it. Now, if you feel like this combo is just too overwhelmingly pineapple-y for your liking, you can always choose the pineapple vanilla swirl instead to add a little sweet variety to the mix. But I'm a purist, and a classic Dole Whip float in Adventureland before jumping on a jungle cruise is the perfect afternoon combo. Now, some of you might be concerned that this is so low on the list, but don't be concerned. We have more Dole Whip treats coming up. This is just the classic, and we've got more coming. Now, this next one is funny because a lot of people don't consider hot soup inside Orlando as a go-to snack. Now, I have always loved the soups that they have around the Magic Kingdom. Even back at when Sleepy Hollow used to have soup of the day, and it was literally always chicken and wild rice, like it never, ever changed. But I think they did soup of the day on the menu just in case they ran out of chicken and wild rice. I don't know. I've always loved it. So let's talk soups and chowders in Magic Kingdom, because believe it or not, there are a couple months of the year that it's not just overwhelmingly surface of the sun hot in this park. The tomato basil soup is an option I pick up more from Pinocchio Village House than I do their flatbreads, which is what they're actually known for. You pair that bright, creamy, and buttery tomato soup with one of the quick service's breadsticks or those garlic knots, and you got yourself a filling snack or a light lunch or dinner that's not gonna make your wallet cry. Or for all my clam chowder fans out there, come on, I know y'all exist. The New England clam chowder from Columbia Harbor House is warm and filling and not as good as the tomato soup IMHO, but still a decent option on a rare chilly Florida day. When we asked you about the sticky bubble bread from the lunching pad versus the warm cinnamon roll from Gaston's Tavern, the warm cinnamon roll won by a landslide. But even though the votes did not go in the sticky bubble bread's favor, don't ignore this cinnamony sweet treat, especially if you're looking for a baked good that's easier to pull apart and share amongst the group. The sticky bubble bread is a sweet bread rolled in cinnamon, caramel, and warm spices, kind of like a monkey bread, but don't worry, it's not overly sweet. And you are very able to split it off and share it among the whole fam. So this might be simple, but it's hard to beat a good old snack of chips and queso, right? So Pecos Bill Talltale Inn and Cafe is one of the only places in Disney World to get the white queso, and it does have a classic chips and salsa on offer, but if you'd prefer something a little more fantastic and fabulous, then of course go with the white queso. For an extra $2.50, you can also go all out and get a cup of guacamole. Who remembers when guacamole at Pecos Bill was free? Yeah, raise your hand down in the comments. If you're team crunchy bacon, then you're gonna wanna skip over this one. But for those of you out there who love any bacon in any form, then the candied bacon skewer at Westward Ho is one of my absolute favorite snacks in the whole park. It's sweet and salty and chewy. I just love it. My mom hates it because she wants her bacon absolutely charred. But this, to me, there's nothing like this. This is closer to a pork belly than a bacon. In my opinion, this is one of the most underrated sweet treats in Magic Kingdom. Nobody knows about it, but now you do. The Boston Cream Pie from Columbia Harbor House is a tiny trifle of vanilla cake, vanilla cream, chocolate popping candies, don't worry, it's not weird, crispy pearls, fudge icing, and a cherry on top. And it's surprisingly divine. The textures are so good. The chocolate frosting on top is more like a thick, creamy ganache, and the cake inside is light and fluffy. I just think this is phenomenal, and nobody knows about it or talks about it, so go try it. Y'all definitely made your feelings clear about the mac and cheese hand pie. You prefer the cheeseburger spring rolls over at Adventureland, more on those later, and I don't disagree with you. That being said, don't knock this savory snack till you try it. The mac and cheese hand pie is essentially a crispy empanada filled with mac and cheese, and yes, it is gooey and ooey and delicious as it sounds. Now, you surprised me with this one when I asked you about it on Instagram the other day. We put up the I Lava You float from Sunshine Tree Terrace, pitted against the pineapple upside down cake from Aloha Isle, and y'all had the pineapple upside down cake beat it, but just barely. And I am very happy about that because I love both of these, but I don't know, the pineapple upside down cake just holds a special place in my heart. So I guess there's big support going on for the I Lava You float that needs to be recognized too, since it almost beat out that favorite. The I Lava You float is made with Fanta strawberry soda and passion fruit flavoring, served with Dole Whip orange and topped with popping candy. Very fruity, very poppy, and very, very red. If you love fruity flavors, but you're not exactly a fan of the flavors being repped in the Tropical Serenade float coming up soon, this could be a much better Dole Whip float alternative that fits your fruit-loving preferences more. Speaking of, let's hit the Tropical Serenade next. It is a coconut soft serve float that uses passion fruit, orange, and guava or pog juice as the base. Then you top it off with an upside down pineapple cake pop. Nothing offensive here unless you hate tropical flavors, and it is truly, truly exceptional. This actually came in as a specialty seasonal snack a long time ago, and it's stuck around for a while, so people are definitely buying it. Now, you get a lot of treat when you order the Tropical Serenade. It's like 3 treats in one, making it another easy to share option as long as you gobble it all up before the sun melts it away. Whether you think the Cheshire Cat is cute or creepy, he's both by the way, there's no use denying he makes one tasty pastry. Okay, some of you out there might deny it. In fact, on occasion, I might even deny it. It all depends on whether this pastry is served to you hot and fresh or old and stale. But if it is served to you hot and fresh, then get ready for a more than the sum of its parts delicious pastry. It's warm, flaky, melty chocolate chips, all topped with a generous amount of pink and purple icing drizzle. Is it super sweet? Yes, but you've got enough going on with that buttery pastry to actually cut the sugar sweetness. I don't know, I just love it, especially if it's warm and fresh. I love Magic Kingdom Hush Puppies, but if you've followed DFB for a while now, you probably already knew that. Regardless, let me shout my love for these battered cornmeal balls from the rooftops. The Hush Puppies at Columbia Harbor House are crispy on the outside, fluffy on the inside, a tiny bit sweet, and have full chunks of corn in each bite, which sounds gross to say, but they're absolutely delicious. Speaking of other corny snacks, not gonna lie, it kind of hurts to put my corn dog nuggets above the Columbia Harbor House Hush Puppies, but you guys voted on Instagram and the numbers don't lie. Y'all simply prefer the corn dog nuggets, and I can't blame you for that. They really are pretty tasty, especially when you get them from Casey's Corner with a $1 side of that plastic cheese for dunking. However, if Casey's is looking too busy for your liking, or you're on the other side of the park when the corn dog nugget cravings strike, you can always pick up an order of these mini corn dogs from the Westward Ho kiosk too. You just won't be able to order a side of plastic cheese with it, and that could be a make or break deal for you. I know it is for me. There are so many confectionery options across both Big Top Treats and Main Street Confectionery, like so many, along with lots of packaged goodies and some of the items we've already mentioned today, like the Colonel Kitchen and Goofy's Glaciers. The confectionaries are where you're gonna find sweets like brownies and cake pops and candy apples and caramel apples and cookies and cotton candy and Rice Krispie treats and cupcakes and fudge and marshmallows and scones and more. And not only will you find the classic versions of these confections, you're also gonna find the seasonal ones and the ones that are dipped in chocolate and coated in candies and sprinkles, and the ones that are Mickey shaped, because lots of them come Mickey shaped. But there is one treat in particular that I want to shout out from the Main Street Confectionery real quick, just because it's been a favorite of mine for literal years now, and that's the peanut butter cookie pie, made with dense peanut butter cookie, chocolate frosting, and sprinkled peanut butter M&Ms. Kind of dries out your mouth and makes you wish for a tall glass of milk, but it's a great option for peanut butter lovers like me who are looking for a treat that's loaded with peanut butter flavor. So at any of the locations that serve classic ice cream items, you're also going to be able to create custom floats that come with your personal beverage / ice cream flavor preference. So if you don't like the combo you're handed, you're really the one to blame here. Both Sunshine Tree Terrace and Storybook Treats have several Coca-Cola float combos that you can create, featuring your choice of classic soft serve or Dole Whip on offer. Beverage bases could include stuff like Fanta Orange or Strawberry, Powerade Mountain Berry Blast, Root Beer, Sprite, or your classic Coke or Diet Coke. The ice cream floats over at Plaza Ice Cream Parlor are made with the parlor's classic hard scoops, plus your choice of Coca-Cola, Root Beer, or Fanta Orange. And Anti-Gravity's Galactic Goodies might be an adult's favorite place to grab a custom float, because you not only have soda and soft serve combos available here, but you can also create a custom float with Joffrey's Cold Brew. Soft serve flavors available in Anti-Gravity's include the classic vanilla and chocolate, plus a salted caramel flavor that personally is my favorite soft serve across all of Magic Kingdom. But I'm not even a huge coffee person, and that salted caramel cold brew combo is still one that I dream about ordering. Also over at Storybook Treats, one of our favorite things to order there is a cherry Coke plus lemon Dole Whip float. That is so fun because you got that cherry and the lemon flavors. Those are my two favorite Starbursts, so that's my favorite Starburst float. Yep, keep the ice cream coming. Over at Plaza Ice Cream Parlor specifically, you can order an ice cream cookie sandwich, which is, as you've probably already guessed, made of 2 giant chocolate chip cookies and a scoop of whatever ice cream flavor your heart desires, sandwiched in the middle. Back when I started Disney Food Blog, they only had the ice cream cookie sandwiches at Sleepy Hollow, believe it or not. That's where you could get them. And then they had the churro ice cream sandwiches there too, which were incredible. But now all ice cream sandwich-ness has moved over to Plaza Ice Cream Parlor, at least the hand-scooped version. So this is a treat that can appeal to a lot of different tastes solely because of how versatile it is. You can opt for something sweet and clean with a classic vanilla bean hard scoop, or get as adventurous as you want by opting for a raspberry sorbet between the cookies just to see what it tastes like. Spoiler alert, it tastes really good. And by the way, you can also get a side of ice cream topping like peanut butter or hot fudge and then drizzle it over your ice cream sandwich. Now that's a little hack that we haven't talked about in a while here on DFB Guide, but it is one of my favorites as well. Can't talk about Magic Kingdom ice cream without talking about Magic Kingdom's best ice cream category. It's artisan sundaes. Ice cream locations like Storybook Treats and Anti-Gravity's and Plaza Ice Cream Parlor also go all out in the ice cream sundae department. At Anti-Gravity's, for instance, you can regularly order the brownie sundae made with vanilla soft serve ice cream served over brownies with your choice of hot fudge or strawberry topping. Anti-Gravity's is also known for its seasonal sundaes, especially around Halloween and Christmas time. Now, I asked you on IG which sundae you guys preferred, the Rapunzel sundae from Storybook Treats or the All-American sundae from Plaza Ice Cream Parlor, and the results made me super happy because y'all agreed with me that the All-American sundae made with old-fashioned vanilla and chocolate ice cream, hot fudge, peanut butter drizzle, whipped cream, and cherry on top is the elite tier for Magic Kingdom ice cream sundaes. However, I will say the Rapunzel sundae at Storybook is nothing to scoff at, although I might still prefer the flavor combos for the All-American. The aesthetic of the Rapunzel sundae definitely spirits our favorite Disney princess with the magic golden hair by combining shortcake with wild berry soft serve and Dole Whip lemon, then topping it off with berry compote and sugar flowers. Storybook Treats also serves up more classic sundae combos like the strawberry and hot fudge sundaes. And the same goes for the Plaza Ice Cream Parlor too. You got different classic sundae combos you can try here, including your choice of ice cream flavors. Plus, just like Anti-Gravity's, seasonal sundaes also tend to pop up on the Plaza Ice Cream Parlor menu as well, so keep your eyes open. Okay, we're back to Dole Whip here. Now, Dole Whip comes in many forms around Disney World, but every now and then you might not want all the extra bells and whistles. You might just want a classic cup of pineapple Dole Whip from Aloha Isle, and I totally get it. Now, I could probably interchange this particular location in the ranking for a classic Dole Whip float or one of the specialty floats, but I don't know, this is just such a classic that I'm gonna put it up here, but if you wanna move it around in your ranking, that's fine with me. Because I really don't necessarily think that the Dole Whip cup is better than the Dole Whip float. Anyway, I'll stop talking about it, you understand. Now over at Aloha Isle, you can get the classic pineapple, you can get coconut Dole Whip, you can get a swirl of both, you can get vanilla, but what if you're not a fan of pineapple or coconut treats, but you still wanna try a classic Dole Whip cup to feel like you've knocked that item off your Disney World bucket list? Well, then head over to Sunshine Tree Terrace for a strawberry or orange Dole Whip cup for around the same price. Now, sadly, we are in one of those difficult times of life where the citrus swirl does not exist in Disney World, and it makes me very, very sad. Citrus swirl, if you don't know what that is frozen orange juice and vanilla Dole Whip combo, which is one of my favorite treats that Disney World has ever had. And every once in a while, they get real silly and they take it off the menu, and that's where we are at the moment. So hoping that comes back. Okay, let's talk creme brulee croissant. Doesn't that just sound amazing? Yes. And of course, very, very messy. Also true, but amazing nonetheless. The croissant itself, this is over at Gaston's Tavern, by the way, isn't quite as fluffy as some others we've tried, but it still has that classic buttery softness to the pastry. The real magic happens on top, though, where the bruleed sugar adds a layer of satisfying crunch and a deep caramelized sweetness with just a hint of that signature brulee char. Inside is a smooth vanilla bean custard, and there is definitely enough of it. I know, I'm always frustrated when they don't fill things like donuts and croissants and other filled pastries with enough filling, but there's plenty here. It's all light and creamy and packed with vanilla flavor, making every bite a perfect balance of crisp and creamy and sweet. Now, I would become a waffly wedded wife to the sweet waffles from Sleepy Hollow. I'm sorry, it's just so bad, Bria. I don't know why you make me make these jokes. Oh, it's okay. I love her. But seriously, there is a reason why we keep coming back and ordering the sweet waffles from Sleepy Hollow. You know this is a classic DFB beloved item. They're huge, they're easy to share, it's a great breakfast option, and you get a nice waffle to topping ratio going on here. Plus, the round, crispy waffles are back. Those were gone for a while and temporarily replaced by super thick Mickey waffles. And while I don't dislike super thick Mickey waffles, I sure did miss those thinner, crispier waffles when they weren't around. Now, there are two different sweet waffles you can grab here. The first tends to be the more popular. This is topped with chocolate hazelnut spread, bananas, berries, and whipped cream. And the second is a more basic option with berries, powdered sugar, and whipped cream. I think you could argue that this could be a straight up meal, but the DFB team and I find ourselves sharing the Sleepy Hollow refreshment waffles so often that we just consider them snack-worthy entrees at this point. The waffle with sweet and spicy maple chicken is a must for all you chicken and waffle fans out there. This is a waffle topped with fried chicken, maple sriracha glaze, and parsley flakes. Now, sadly, the slaw isn't back yet. I know, we're still on that campaign. The waffles served here are crispy on the outside, fluffy on the inside, and are the perfect base for all those heavy toppings. While the sauce is mostly sweet, there's a kick of spiciness that you should expect as well, but not too much, just enough to make you think about it. And those chicken tenders are nice and juicy and again, very share-worthy. All right, we've made it to 3 more of our DFB audience favorites to round out the video today. We're starting with the savory spring rolls. When we asked you over on Instagram which snack you preferred, the mac and cheese hand pies from the Friar's Nook or the cheeseburger spring rolls, of course, there was no contest. The cheeseburger spring rolls won by a landslide, and I agree. The most common spring roll flavor that you're going to find featured at the spring roll cart is the ever so popular cheeseburger stuffed option, but the other spring roll flavors that we've seen include pepperoni pizza, that one probably is my favorite, Reuben, bacon mac and cheese, buffalo chicken, and other interesting savory options too. Each spring roll purchase comes with an order of 2, and you can choose whether or not you want to double down on one flavor or if you want to try one of each option that's currently available. And this is probably one of my new favorite fireworks snacks because you can just head over to the spring roll cart, grab 2 spring rolls, and then go find a good spot to watch the fireworks. One of my new favorites. Okay, if you want a sweet breakfasty treat in Magic Kingdom, then I'm going to probably prioritize. We're going to go to Gaston's Tavern and get that creme brulee croissant, but we're also going to get the cinnamon rolls here. And apparently, so are you. There are actually a few different places where you can find cinnamon rolls in Magic Kingdom. My personal least favorite are the Mickey-shaped cinnamon rolls from Main Street Bakery. Not because they're bad, but just because the other 2 options are way better. That being said, the Mickey-shaped cinnamon rolls from Main Street Bakery often have seasonal icing and sprinkle makeovers, which might make them more appealing for your kids. But if you want the real high quality cinnamon rolls, you're going to want to grab a nice hearty fluffy one from up there at Gaston's Tavern with a side of extra icing if you think you're going to need it. You always need it. The warm cinnamon rolls have been a long time favorite for the DFB team, even back to when these were the cinnamon rolls you got at Main Street Bakery, and you over on Instagram definitely agreed with us. That being said, a new cinnamon roll has recently entered into the Magic Kingdom chat, which the DFB team has declared just as good as the warm cinnamon roll from Gaston's, and that's the Mickey-shaped bacon pecan caramel cinnamon roll from Westward Ho. Granted, you can only pick up this cinnamon roll during breakfast time, but if you do get the chance to try it, then prepare yourself for a soft and plushy baked good that's covered with loads of caramel sauce and so many sweet and salty toppings that they'll be crumbling across your fork. Of course, Gaston's cinnamon roll is still the preferred choice if you'd rather not eat a cinnamon roll covered in lots of different toppings, but regardless of which you prioritize while you're here, Magic Kingdom is the champion when it comes to cinnamon roll goodies in Disney World at the moment. And here it is. Sorry, had to put this one at number 1. Totally with you guys on this. The pineapple upside down cake from Aloha Isle is a national treasure. If you prefer to eat your Dole Whip slightly soaked into a dense pineapple upside down cake, then this is the treat for you and for us. The pineapple upside down cake from Aloha Isle has lots of chunks of pineapple baked right into it. And of course, it's got that little cherry on top. And it's just one of my favorites. Okay, we did it. We made it through all of Magic Kingdom snacks, and now I need to go grab a snack or something to celebrate. If you're ready to learn about more Disney World snacks outside of the Magic Kingdom park, consider watching one of our many other snack-centric videos next, like the best new snacks in Disney World, and don't forget to pick up our snack maps of the best snacks in Disney World over at disneyfoodblog.com/bestsnacks. Thanks for listening, everyone, and thanks for watching. As always, this is AJ for Disney Food Blog, and we'll see you real soon.